Welcome to Rubric Scorer. Initially, the app has a demo student named John Smith and an example rubric. To add your own students, tap the plus button, then select Manage Students and Classes. Here, there's a couple options. When you tap the plus button, you can select New Student to add a student manually. Here, you can just type in the name. I'll call her Anna Castro. You can give a student ID, an email, and up to 2 Guardian emails. Once done, tap Save. And you'll see here on the screen, you have the master list on the left, which is all students for all your classes. And on the right is the different class lists. So as you can see, when you add a student, it gets added to the selected class. I can tap class 1 and you can see I can select another class. So class 2 right now is empty. I can continue to add new students there. Or if they're already on the master list, if you have students in multiple classes, just tap the blue arrow and the student will be moved to the class. You can also tap in the search student option here. Once you have a lot of students, you can easily just type in a few initials there and it'll filter the students. So you'll just see a couple if you need to find them easily. So that's the way you can easily manually enter students for classes. Of course, that can take a while. So there are a couple other options. If you do use Google Classroom, tap the plus button, select Google Classroom. You can link now to your Google Classroom account. And then when you come back and select Google Classroom, you'll be able to see a list of your Google classes and you can import classes one at a time. So just make sure you select which class you want to be in here and import your students that way. Lastly, if you have a list, you can get a CSV file, which is a certain format that you can load in a spreadsheet. Or if you can just type on a spreadsheet yourself, the best options are Google Sheets, or if you're using iOS, you can use Numbers. And I'll show you this right here. Tap on the plus button and select Import Spreadsheet Data. And here I'm going to switch to Google Sheets. And I have the first name, last name, ID, and email of 3 students here. So on the blue cell, I'm going to drag the bottom right corner and use it to select the student data, not including the headers. Once I've done that in Google Sheets, I'll tap in the center and select Copy. And I'm going to switch back to the app here, and you'll see you have the option here of loading the data. And while you can import CSV files, it ends up being a bit more complicated. So I'm just going to select Data from Clipboard. And you can see right away, all the student data is loaded in columns here. All you need to do is select the headers. So I'll select first name, last name, ID, and student email. And then select Import Students. And you have a choice here of just importing the students to the master list or into one of the classes. So I will choose class 2. And you'll see right now I have those 3 students have been added to the class as well. If you want to edit a class name, tap the 3 dots to the right of the class name, select Edit Class Name, and you can name them, something else like chemistry, which is what I teach. If you tap the 3 dots to the right of student name, you can view their info again. If you need to edit it, you can move them to another class, and you can also remove a student from a class. All right, so those are the easy ways to add students to classes. If you do use an iPad, there's another video for iPads that will show you there's even another way of dragging and dropping students directly from the spreadsheet. So I hope this helps you be able to add students easily to your class. Thank you.